There. That console controls every cell in the prison. Well, no. According to this, Zeta's locked down in a maximum security bunker on one of the lower levels.
Let's give the Decepticons something else to think about. It's time to free our Autobot brothers. Who wants to do the honors?
Hello Autobots and Decepticons, my name is Soulmonger and I'd like to welcome you guys back to Transformers War for Cybertron campaign. And if you are unfamiliar with this series, I talk about the Generation 1 character as I am playing with. And this time it happens to be the famous Sideswipe's turn. And Sideswipe is a fan favorite, and I believe he's more or less a newer fan favorite because he's not in Generation 1 a ton, but he is in there, and he was kind of a cooler remake in the Michael Bay films, and I think that's kind of where he developed his extreme popularity from. Now, I could be extremely wrong.
Hail, Fry! Autobots, we must escort our brothers to safety.
So let me know, all you Sideswipe fans out there, if you first watched him in the movie and you decided, man, I really like this guy. He's got sweet car, he's got sweet wheels, and he's got a sweet blade attack. So let me know about that. I am curious to see, but I don't have much time, so I'm going to get right into it. If you don't know about this series, I talk about the Generation 1 only, so that is what is going on here. I'm not talking about any other forms, any other Beast Wars, anything like that. I'm not talking about that. So, like I said, let's get into it. Sideswipe, Autobot Scout. He transforms into a Lamborghini, which is pretty rad. It's a fast ride, so he's a pretty slick looking car. He has a missile launcher on his shoulder, and he also carries a white laser gun, or it could be just a white rifle. Now, I can't recall, but it is a white gun, and it does shoot the Decepticons down easily. And Sideswipe has a brother. His name is Sunstreaker. And I'm not going to really talk about his brother too much, but I will tell you he is pretty psychotic. And so is Sideswipe a little bit in G1. But he is very skillful. He turns the art of destroying Decepticons into a sport. And that means he's quite a bit of a jock. And he loves to test his skills. Now there is a reckless side to him, of course. We all know that. And he does have a tendency to make rash decisions that do get him into danger sometimes. But even with that being said, he still fights for freedom and the innocent. And he is also an action master, and his partner is Hangar. And Sideswipe, like the rest of the Autobots I've been talking about, and the Decepticons, was part of that ark that crashed on Earth 4 million years ago. So on Earth, he and his brother took the form of Lamborghini sports cars, and Sideswipe, he's more or less a bystander in a lot of the shows, but it doesn't mean he doesn't play a big part in a lot of things, in a lot of missions and stuff like that. So I'm just going to touch on a few. There's not too much history on him. I didn't know too much about him before in the past. He was never really one of the guys that stood out to me in Generation 1, but nonetheless still a very cool Autobot. So he did play a big part early on when the Decepticons were trying to get back to Cybertron after they made their space cruiser and Optimus tried to stop them. Sideswipe lent Optimus his jetpack so that he could go after them, but Prime did manage to fail, and in this episode, Mirage was the one that disabled the cruiser, causing the Autobots to plummet into the sea. And Sideswipe, although he gave his jetpack to Prime and Prime failed, Prime was a pretty good distraction, so Mirage was able to get the mission done. So Sideswipe, kind of a small role in that, but still a crucial one. Also, Sideswipe was there when the big important discovery was made of the Dinobots. He used his pistol to help move the rock wall, and then they found the cave with dinosaur bones, and later on the Dinobots were developed by looking at these bones.
Air raid. Make sure the prisoners get out safely, then escort them back.
What about you?
We're not leaving without Zeta Prime. Now go.
See you on the outside, Autobots!
Now, let's get who we came for.
After that, Sideswipe and Sunstreaker are both kind of used in a bunch of episodes to kind of go in, attack the Decepticons, and then they kind of fail a little bit, and then the other Autobots go in and kind of clean up their mess. But that doesn't mean Sideswipe and Sunspeaker were not doing their jobs. In one episode, Sideswipe actually took down Starscream from the air, and they both crashed into the Hudson. But then later, Sideswipe was affected by Megatron's personality destabilizer device, which turned him evil, but then he later got better. And you will notice Sideswipe fighting Starscream a decent amount in G1. He seems to be one of the Autobots that can jump up and take him out of the air, so that's a pretty cool feature for Sideswipe, and I can see those two having some pretty good battles. And not only is Sideswipe a good warrior, you will see him take part in repairing the Dinobots in one episode, and he will also do some dirty work and help Spike and Bumblebee get out of trouble quite a bit. And he is a pretty well-rounded Autobot. Although he makes kind of bad decisions sometimes, he is always quick to come to your side, so that is a good thing about Sideswipe. So after that, Sideswipe doesn't make a ton of appearances, but he always has somewhat of a role in his G1 history, I guess, the shows. He wasn't a huge factor, though, I guess. He was more of like, kind of like a guy in the background that they would fill in and have him do just little roles every once in a while. And later on, when he was trying to rescue Perceptor from the Decepticons, he was infected by cosmic rust, but he was later then cured and then tried to stop Megatron and the Insecticons. And when the Combaticons attempted to send Earth into the sun, Sideswipe joined in the search for the Insecticons, who stole the space bridge control panel. And they eventually got this back and traveled to Cybertron to defeat the Combaticons. And Sideswipe, probably his biggest note then, was able to reverse the damage done by the Combaticons and return Earth to its proper orbit. Thank you, Sideswipe. And that pretty much wraps up Sideswipe for his Generation 1 history. I don't believe he was in the movie. I couldn't find any information on him on the movie, and I don't remember him in there, so I don't think he made his appearance in the 1986 movie. But let me know when you guys first heard of Sideswipe. Is it the G1 Sideswipe that you fell in love with, or was it the Revenge of the Fallen Sideswipe? And a little bit more technical information on Sideswipe, since I guess I do have quite a bit of time left here, and I didn't think it would take me this little amount of time to get through Sideswipe, but it happens it did, and I'm kind of curious to see how long it's going to take me to get through Warpath now, and Ironhide might be a little longer. But anyways, Sideswipe, his motto in G1 is, I don't break rules, I just bend them a lot. And I think that fits him pretty good, since when things are on the line, he will do anything to win, and cheating is definitely not out of the question either for Sideswipe, as he will not fail his Autobots. So we need some people like that on the Autobots as well, just hopefully not switching abilities. No, I'm kidding. But you guys all know what I'm talking about. And Sideswipe, a very cool character, so like I was saying before, let me know which Sideswipe you fell in love with. Was it this Sideswipe, or was it the Revenge of the Fallen Sideswipe? Because I know there are a lot of Sideswipe fans out there. And I think I'm done with the G1, so I guess I can touch on the gameplay a little bit. And I'm not really too sure how long it's going to take me to get through Warpath and Ironhide now, thinking that Sideswipe was pretty short, but I guess we'll cross that bridge when it comes about. And Sideswipe, I'm just gearing up for one of my favorite battles here in the Transformers War for Cybertron game, and that of course is the guy with the famous voice, Soundwave, and he also has some of his mini-cons with him, which makes this battle definitely a rememberable one, and I'm excited to share it with you guys. So this will be kind of the first time that I really get to talk about the gameplay while I play it instead of the G1 history, so let me know how this goes for you guys as well. And this is by far my favorite battle, so let's check this out.
It's Zeta Prime!
Optimus, is that you?
Autobots, how ridiculous.
Can't blast through that shield!
You cannot stop me, Autobots. Activate defense sentries.
So So we are going to see Frenzy, Rumble, and Laserbeak here. And Soundwave, he's always a cool bad guy. You cannot go wrong with putting him in as a boss. He offers so much to the table. He has so many different mini cassettes that you could use, and they each have their own personalities, which makes him that much better to fight against.
Frenzy, eject, operation, annihilation.
Time to dance, Autobot!
Focus your fire.
Frenzy.
Hey, who are you calling little?
And I thought I was small.
So I got cut off there, but here you see me busting out the whirlwind with Sideswipe. Kind of a weird ability he has in there. And I just like listening to the dialogue here, so I'm gonna let you guys listen to this.
Soundwave has to leave the shield to help us run.
Oh, he's like their daddy.
He's like their daddy. Soundwave, such a good daddy. And one of my favorite mini cassettes from Soundwave is Rumble, and he is next. As soon as you destroy the sentries in this isn't an overly tough battle. It's just a very cool and epic one.
Rumble, eject, operation, disorientation.
Get ready to crumble before rumble!
Oh, these little guys are so annoying.
First we crack the shell, then we crack the nuts inside!
Classic Rumble line. And I'll let you guys look at him here. He is a sweet character. He is actually my favorite minicon of Soundwave, and I'm looking forward to his appearance in Fall of Cybertron. There you see me bust out the whirlwind again. And if you don't shoot Soundwave there, he'll just revive whatever minicon you're on again and just run back, and then you just gotta fight the minicon over. So not too tough.
I feel like I'm spinning in circles. He's off the platform. Now's our chance.
Rumble, return.
So after we defeat these turrets here, we will fight Laserbeak, and that will wrap up this episode because we have a long cutscene coming up. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Remember to leave a comment, leave a rating, and subscribe for more Transformers. Next episode, we will have either Warpath or Ironhide. So I'm looking forward to doing both of those guys as they bust out the big guns. So everyone, have a good day.
Laserbeak, eject, operation, dive bomb.
Autobots, fire at Soundwave.
Damage substantial. Must be energized. Zeta's light.
Soundwave, take this.
Hold on, Zeta. We'll get you.
A noble sentiment, Optimus. And I'm afraid I'm dead already.
Zeta, let's bring him home. High Council, I return with a fallen hero.
Till all are one.
Times have grown desperate. The Autobots crave your guidance.
The Council exists only to choose the Primes. It is the Primes' directive to lead and protect.
There are no primes.
Even now, you still reject your calling? For too long have we watched the other Primes fall to their pride and greed. But you, Optimus, your courage and wisdom have transformed the lives around you. Megatron has infected the very core of our world. You must journey to the core and remove this blight. Failure would doom us all.
I will accept the burden with all that I am.
Rise, Optimus Prime, for you are the leader of the Autobots. You are the last Prime.